Good morning. The sun is reflecting in beautifully on my Vermont table. This is a, those boards are 15 plus inches wide. The planks that my lawyer son helped me convert into a table. It's a delightful reminder of God's faithfulness, but also how He's worked through the years. Uh, we found these planks up in the parsonage. The guys were going to burn them, and I got them to save one of them for me. My son wished he had a couple more. But anyway, that's just a bit of trivia for me, because yesterday, as I went on my predicted preaching assignments 75 miles down from here, I encountered unbelievable weather. It had started snowing here in Bloomington, and then I drove about 60 miles in 3 to 4 inches of snowy slush. It was a treacherous white knuckle drive, but God blessed us, and we had a great service. And I arrived home safely. The highway was clear by the time I left down there and started my way back. Thanks for those of you who pray and for your interest in my ministries. This is week 5. Can you believe that? Wow. We are going to begin reading in a delightful book, Sticky Teams. Larry Osborne is an evangelical free church pastor on the West Coast and has written a number of companion books to this, like Sticky Church and others. But it's an excellent read. You are to read the first 8 chapters this week, plus another book that is unfortunately out of print, but a great book by a man and his wife, Williford and Williford. I was able to put a 15 pages, chapters 15 and 16 into a PDF, which is in the week resources. Then there is just an awesome, thought-provoking, challenging video by Lencioni on the 5 dysfunctions of a team. You will find that so practical and so helpful. You'll laugh, and at times you may cry, but he puts it straight and explains what's going on in our church staff meetings and in our church organizations and ministry teams. He hasn't visited yours, but I'm sure you'll find some characteristics he talks about that are very applicable to your situation. And then the assignment is to write a 4-page paper about ministry partnerships of a biblical hero. Now, it's not to be about Jesus and his ministry partnerships. It's to be some other person. So, Old Testament, New Testament. But out of that, you are to raise up 4 principles, which you will put in bold print in your paper, that are related to the material you read in Osborne and watch in Lencioni, also in the Williford and Williford PDF, so that you begin to see some very important principles that are relevant to your own life and ministry today or in the future. So it's a very practical paper. You'll, of course, have works cited page. And I encourage you again to go back and read those 2 announcements about MLA, especially about internet resources and how to correctly cite a video. Our discussion board continues this very practical theme to discuss one partnership principle from Osborne that you are putting into practice, or that you will, and how that principle impacted you. It's a great topic for discussion. Your frustration is going to be, well, I have 3. Well, I'm not going to deduct points if you put down 3, as long as you interact good with each other and on your own theme. So you have a great week. I'm looking forward to reading your assignments for week 4, as well as your discussion boards. I'm partway through, but not completed on that. God bless you, and you have just a marvelous week.